We're working on it. Nice to see you here. Oh, this is a great Prime Minister.
You sound like you've got a good idea of, you know...
Of generally where you should be going.
Well, I've been in this sort of business for 15 years. And every year you become better liar, every year you're better liar. Almost perfect.
Hey, be careful that you say that too.
Well, we've just met the Zimbabwean minister for propaganda, who tells us he gets better at lying every year. You do meet the most interesting class of people at arms fairs.
And then the Kenyans come along, the Kenyan delegation. And they say, well, hello, we're Macintosh Morley, PR. What we do is we teach you how to behave in aggressive media situations. And what we're doing is we're running a short media training course here. If you want to come in for 5 minutes, we'll give you a quick practical example of how we work. We'll question you about your country's human rights record, and then I'll advise you on the best way to handle...
I can take them home?
Yes. Yeah, of course you can. Oh, yes, of course. Absolutely.
Right, let's go ahead.
OK.
Get on with it.
All right, then.
We've got a little table with all these toys, like Spider-Man and a tanker and a little sort of scuba diver and all this. I'm going, right, now, what I want you to do is to invest value in these, OK? This is a standard PR device that we use to kind of take the sting out of tense situations.
Do you have an opinion about Amnesty International?
Yes, I have.
What would that opinion be?
The opinion is that they do a good job, but sometimes they are biased.
In what way are they biased?
In a way that perhaps they do not understand the cultural values of the situation or the environment. That seems to be problematic.
OK. Well, we'll take that idea, OK?
Yeah.
Can you give an example where that has happened?
Wife beating, for example.
Yeah.
No. Some community believe that a woman like a little smacking, a little pressure to ease the pressure, to feel that she's wanted.
To feel loved. You're doing very well when you lean in, because when you lean in, you look like you're listening to him, and that's great. That looks very good.
Okay.
The thing not to do is you rock ever so slightly.
Okay.
And if you try not to rock, and just keep firm, because if you look firm but listening, you have a good image on the television, okay?
Major General Njoroge.
Yes, sir.
You are, of course, aware of human rights abuses in your country, Kenya, as documented by Amnesty International.
Yes, I am.
Do you believe, do you have faith in Amnesty International's judgments upon your country?
Yes, I have faith, but Amnesty International has a problem on judging human rights because of their problem with different cultures in the world.
Could you give us an example of the cultural differences that Amnesty International cannot deal with?
For example, Amnesty International may not be able to deal with child abuse, for example, or wife beating, for example, because wife beating is a way of expressing love, for example, in certain cultures.
And then afterwards we're saying, well, we're going to report to you. We're going to do a report on how you did in the media training, and then you can get back to us if you like what you read. So sitting up all night, Major General Njoroge has good basic communication skills. He has a good ability to structure a logical argument.
Wife beating in Kenya is illegal, is that correct?
It has not been legislated yet, but it is illegal.
It is illegal?
It is.
And Kenya would not, the government would not wish to be seen to condone wife beating, is that correct?
We cannot condone wife beating.
Wife beating is a way of expressing love.
So anyway, day 2 comes along, and we're a bit knackered, you know, because we've been up all night planning the strategies for what we're going to do. And what we really want is we want like China or Saudi Arabia or Iran or Indonesia or something like that. And we're there day 2 with the cups of coffee. We're just hanging around, just got them, right, let's just wake up. And all the delegates are led round by Greek Hellenic guards. And this guy comes through and goes, gentlemen, Major General Wijojo from Indonesia. right, get rid of the coffee, just get rid of the coffee. Let's get it together, come on, let's get it together. And inside your heart's going, and your arse is going, and in your brain you're going, yes, yes.
Would you like to try the video? It will take 5 minutes. You don't have to do it now. If you want to think about it, come back later.
And so we led Major General with Jojo into the room, and I just couldn't resist it. I just thought, you're here. So I said, just to start with, let's do a little warm-up exercise, okay?
Then move your arms out, if you've got room. Just move them out and stretch with your fingers. Stretch with your fingers, and then just pull it down, pull it down, pull it down. Okay, and then tense. That's it. Okay, now that's just to get you just a bit more relaxed, okay?
Major General Jojo, does your country torture people?
No.
Are you aware of the organisation Amnesty International?
Yes.
Are you aware of the reports that Amnesty International have produced concerning repression and torture in your country?
Yes.
Therefore, do you accept that on the basis of Amnesty International's reports that there is torture in Indonesia?
No.
Okay, excellent. Now, that's good. You gave good answers. We get a scuba man, okay? You're saying that Amnesty have fabricated these reports.
Yes.
Okay? Hundreds of reports.
Yes.
Okay? Now, if you want to hold that line, okay,
yes,
that's fine. But people will challenge it.
Yes.
People will challenge and say, you can't make all of this up. They can't have fabricated. Look at all these pictures.
Yes.
This man must be lying.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So what I want you to do is just think for a second. What would it be like if you said, yes, on occasion we have? Just think. How does that feel to you? What would happen if you said that?
I feel comfortable.
If you admitted that on some occasions torture has happened, yeah?
Yes, I can do that.
Okay. I know this is quite hard, but it's important. Just pull your shoulders up again, right up to your neck like that, and then just come out, okay?
Okay.
Okay, just keep calm. Lovely. And remember, just try and relax all the time, okay? Because you do sort of get a little tense sometimes. Just relax. We're going to deal with a situation where you say, yes, torture does occur occasionally. Okay? If that's what... Do you feel that that is the truth, first of all? Okay? If that's the truth, then I want you to say that. So, but what I want you to do is explain why it is necessary for it to happen in language that everyone can understand, okay? So when people watch, keep it very short, very simple. Yes, it does happen, but without it, you know, we'd lose all of these things. And tell people, if we didn't torture, people would have no electricity. They'd have no water. Okay? And be very clear that there are positive things. Put across a positive image. Okay? Just pull your arms up and then just... That's it. Lovely. Lovely.
Are you aware of Amnesty International's reports on your country?
Yes.
You're aware that they claim that torture and repression is widespread?
It's not widespread. We do have to do it sometimes, but it is to protect the community.
Let me just ask you, so just let's clarify. So you do accept that your country does torture people and repress people?
We did some tortures. Not meaning to say that we have.
How do you justify that?
It is to protect the security of this society. If not, they will lose food, they will lose the freedom to move, and they will lose the freedom of expression, they will lose the freedom to educate their children.
So what you're saying to us, General Jojo, is that you have to torture people so that people can have drinking water?
Yes, and all the rights that they have.
Very good, very good. There's a slight error, so I'm going to take away this man, okay? You're still doing very well. Once again, can we just... 'cause